How's it going, everybody? I'm Tragic, and welcome to the first episode of the series I've been planning on doing for quite a while now, and it is called The Rewind. Now, for those of you who don't know what I intend by the Rewind title, if you take the clock right now and you shave a year off there, I was still playing Call of Duty 4, and I played Call of Duty 4 for quite a while. But it's not the only game I played, but I played some more of that War, I played a little bit of SOCOM Confrontation, I played some Uncharted 2. I played a multitude of games, and I just think I need to get a series that kind of pays a little bit of tribute to my past and games I've played in the past. And a majority of the games will be COD 4 because I have played a majority of my time on COD 4. And this one I filmed a little bit ago, and it is a Team Tactical Headquarters on Showdown, I believe this map's called. Yeah, it's Showdown. And I'm playing with Remember the Name and Ninja Elite. And those of you who don't know who Ninja Elite is the best editor in the history of Call of Duty. No offense to anyone out there, he's just one of my good friends. And basically, the majority of this game, we use a pretty basic strategy that a lot of you guys could adapt really quickly. For Team TAC, it's 3v3 in COD 4. So what we pretty much do is we have one guy go for the headquarters, and then we have two guys kind of set up a perimeter, push up, and like keep the other team back. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm just kind of chilling up top here, watching the main ways from their spawn to the headquarters. Pretty much just keeping them back. And Remember's doing the same thing right now. We do kind of switch around our roles in headquarters, but majority of this match, it's Ninja Elite doing the capturing, and me and Remember just kind of setting up a good perimeter for him. And it's just one of the basic strategies you can use. If you're playing like for 2 Team Tactical 4v4, you can have one guy in, have 3 guys set in perimeter. If you're playing like a 6v6, I would probably have 2 guys in the headquarters and then have 4 guys set up a good strong perimeter. If you're a good team, you have a full 6-man party. A public headquarters shouldn't be that big of a deal for anyone. It's it's easy when you have 6 people. But as a basic strategy, that's pretty good. You don't need to put everyone on the headquarters. It's a big misconception. Everyone wants to capture as quick as possible, but then they send like 4 guys on the headquarters, and it's capping quick, sure, but and especially in COD 4, they have the miracle nades, godlike grenades, and pretty much you can get 4-pieced really quick with a grenade in COD 4 especially, or Modern Warfare 2 if you like noob tube and danger close and whatnot. So it's pretty easy. Just only have like 1 or 2 guys in there, so you're not losing a whole lot if they throw a nade up. And then have a good perimeter, like cover. You got to figure out where they're spawning and pretty much cover their access routes to the headquarters. Like in headquarters, a lot of teams will be idiotic, and they'll just come out of their spawn and run straight through the middle and try to throw a nade up there and try to keep you off of it. If you're in the position I'm in right now, you can watch that, and they won't even look at you, until you start killing them a lot. But they won't even look at you. They'll just run right past you, and all you gotta do is shoot. It's really simple. So with that in mind, something I like to talk about that I didn't really mention in my last video, my first video, is Black Ops. In Black Ops, one of the things I'm really excited that they're doing is they're taking out stopping power, and they're not putting Juggernaut back. Now, in Call of Duty 4 and World at War, I was a big fan of Juggernaut. I didn't use it a whole lot, but I liked the idea of it. It balanced out stopping power. In Modern Warfare 2, they took out Juggernaut, so really, they just had stopping power, and stopping power really was a dominant perk. There was nothing else you could really use unless you're using a submachine gun. There's nothing else you could really want to use. I mean, if I'd be using like a FAMAS or something, and I'd be spraying at a guy when I not have stopping power on, and then he'd turn on me, I'd always play the mental game with myself, say, well, I might have won that gunfight if I had stopping power. So I pretty much always use stopping power, and the majority of people do. Now that they're taking it out all in all, you're not gonna have to worry about that anymore. You can use other perks with different combinations. And hold on, quick. Right here, I'm kind of being retarded right now. It's because my HD PVR capture software, whatever they have for it, it's kind of messing up. I've had a couple of good games recorded that like halfway through it freezes on my computer. I don't know if I'm doing something wrong with it, but like the thing freezes, and then I get a little message on my screen that pops up. It says the device is not, or been used by a different application or something. So if any of you know anything how I could resolve that, just send me a message or leave a comment. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, I was talking about stopping power, and pretty much you can be able to use other stuff with it. I'm not sure. I remember all the perks, but there's like Deep Impact's a perk 2. I don't remember. Sleight of Hand's a perk 2, I think. Maybe. Yeah, I think Sleight of Hand's a perk 2 again. You'll be able to use other stuff and not just the same old stopping power. It'll add more diversity to their game, and I'm really happy with it. But I wasn't really against it in COD 4 because they had Juggernaut to balance it out. There's always a balance factor. I'm all about balance in video games. I don't want one particular gun to be so overpowered that it's ridiculous. I just want everything to have a good balance, or at least a majority of things to have a balance. I like perks to be balanced out. I don't like only having to use one perk. Like feeling like if I don't use that perk, I'll have a disadvantage. Same thing with like Ninja or Dead Silence in COD 4. If you didn't have Ninja and you have a headset, you have a good disadvantage because the other team has headsets. They can hear you from quite a while away. So I'm pretty have a good mindset on Ninja and Dead Silence right now because I have a Triton headset, and I'm really good on sound whoring. I mean, I don't do it because it's cheap. I do it because it's part of the game. And so I think maybe, I don't know, maybe they might need to look at taking out Ninja or something in a later game, just to eliminate that perk, because I'm not really big a fan of perks that overpower the rest. Like, there's no other perk 3 I'd rather use besides Ninja. Once you start using it and you have a good headset, you realize that. So, right here, I'm doing a great job of defending my headquarters. I'm the only one left, and I'm not even near the headquarters. I'm kind of watching from far away. But yeah, I think they need to get rid of the perks that overpower and give more diversity, because as a player, I personally have my own custom, I don't know, the way I play, but if you think about it, everybody pretty much uses the same classes. I mean, there's maybe a minor difference here and there, but if you're playing, like, competitive, pretty much everyone uses Sleight of Hand, Stop and Power, Ninja. That's, in Modern Warfare 2, that's how everything works. I want a little more diversity. I want more balance, so I can use, like, I don't have to be using the same thing some other guy uses. I want a little more, I just like a little more diversity. That's why I'm happy they're taking out Stopping Power and not putting Juggernaut back. And the guns in Black Ops, they do look pretty good so far. And I watched a little bit of Hutch's gameplay, and the FAMAS looks good. The guns look like they have a lot more recoil than they have in the past 3 installments. And I really like the idea of more recoil. I want the game to require more skill, because really the same basic formula of, you know, spawn, shoot the guy, get killed, respawn, shoot the guy again. That same formula is kind of getting old, and I want maybe a little more of a challenge to, I don't know, I don't want the game to be so easy to play. Like, if you look at Halo, I'm an awful Halo player for anyone out there that cares. Halo is one of those really tough games to be good at, especially if you want to play it competitively. It requires a little bit of skill. Now, Call of Duty has never really required a whole lot of skill. I think they made it less noob-friendly. Personally, for me, I'd like the game better. When they had the death streaks in Modern Warfare 2, that was really unnecessary. People don't need that. I don't think you should reward people for sucking at the game. I don't know. Infinity Ward did say something like, ooh, let's give the newbie players a chance. Well, I don't think so. You need to. The best way to get good is to get good against good players, and getting good against good players with, I don't know, 4 times the health isn't going to help you anywhere. I just don't think it. I understand they're trying to help out the newer players to get used to the game, but seriously, they don't need that. I like what Treyarch has. The Treyarch is doing something with it play against a computer. That's a pretty effective way of allowing newer players to get good at the game, as opposed to just giving them 4 times the amount of health every time they get killed 3 times and spawn trapped. Now, the only thing I liked about Painkiller is, and other death streaks is it got you out of spawn traps. That's another thing they need to fix with Black Ops. They need to fix the whole spawn system. It shouldn't be basic and easy to get a spawn trap on. I don't personally think. They need to have better recognition of where to spawn people. Like there shouldn't be like 3 main spawns. I mean, if you block off 2 of them spawns, they're gonna be spawning in one spot. I just don't like spawn traps. It's a really cheap tactic, and that's pretty much a conclusion of this gameplay. This gameplay's wrapping up here, and we do win 250-0, and I'm Tragic Massacre, and I believe I just won 41-10. It's not that bad. It's not the best. So stay tuned for some more footage. I'm Tragic Massacre. Have a great day.